Evening. Welcome to Heartwood Turning in the Stable Studios. I'm a bit late. I'm even later than I suspected because I thought I'd put 7:15 in this. But apparently I put 7 o'clock in the thumbnail. Sorry. Anyway, let's not hang about. Let's get on with it. Let's see who we've got in supporting this evening. We had a lovely Joe, just in case I have to use any Yorkshire Grit or anything, just
Good
in case.
evening.
There may be singing ahead. There may be singing ahead. And we have our good friend William
Welcome along, everyone.
helping out. And thankfully, not thankfully, Terry's missing because Terry is on holiday again.
Would you believe?
Again.
He's somewhere about Lake Windermere. Could be in it for all I know. But anyway, let me just click that.
Scaring the fish.
Scared of the fish. He's either scared of the fish or the locals, one of the two. I'm not sure. So let's
Both.
put you guys back in the background and we'll think about what we're going to do. I feel I need a cough. I was right. I did need a cough.
Coffee or Brian?
Yeah, you get it out there, big fella.
Tell you what I need. I need a little drink of tea. That's for sure.
Yeah, barf it up.
Anyway, it's hashtag week. So we're doing a hashtag handbell. There we go. Piece of view on the old lathe. It's approximately 8 inches long and approximately 3.5 inches wide. So we're going to turn a bell out of this using spindle tools. So spindle gauge. I've roughed it out already and I've got a tanning on it for you just to save a bit of time. I'm going to shape a bell out of this end and then shape the handle out of this end, and then time permitting, I feel like piercing a little rim on the nearly the bottom. Jason just said, but without Terry, can Brian turn a proper bell? Yeah, probably not. But Sarah, let's have a go. So, I'm going to get started. I'll measure it up first. Let's say our bell's going to be up to there somewhere. I think. And then the remainder will be a handle. That'll have a no cut line. What I'll do first is I'll just put it in the chuck. So I'll take it off the centres and I'll put it in the chuck, and Joe can tell us who's in.
I can. Good evening, everybody,
Thanks,
and
Joe.
welcome. So, in the chat this evening, we have Clint at Wood Dancers, Alex of Wood and Things, Jennifer Craft and Creations, Michelle Ousby, Wayne the Wood Turner, Todd at Glencove Woodworks, Weaval, Norman Greenwell, Des Balmo, Paul Finley Wood Turning at Home, Lucy Bundy Rowe. This is where everything slows down. Richard Phelan, Terry Bartlett. Keeping going. Paul Hoyton, the Greasby Turner. Tony Smith. Mike Evans.
Tony Smith?
Yeah.
Is that a new name? Tony Smith?
Yeah.
I think I've seen it before. I don't know.
Welcome along, anyway.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. We'll accept anybody. Ian Leach. Oh dear.
You don't have to. You don't have to be
forgot
mad.
my
That helps a bit.
now. Fred Gilliver. That's it. I've lost it now. Kevin 9K Creations.
Sorry, Joe. The question is, when did you ever have it?
Fair enough. Ryan at Greenhaven Creations. Keeping going. Doug Bennett. Door 60. Jason Leveron.
I'll be there.
The Valley Wood Turner and Stumpy.
I know.
I know. Still. All the way down to the bottom.
So we've got.
I believe I've got everybody.
Oh, we're still reading them out.
No. I've just finished. I think I got everybody, and if I didn't, I do apologise.
Stick your name back in.
Little thing to note on this. A couple of little things that I noticed on this. There's a big split along here. But if we look at this camera, there, the split only goes to there. So hopefully we'll get rid of it. But at this end, it goes down at about 1 inch. So this end will have to be the handle so we can get beyond that split. So we'll take this down now and try and get rid of the split, but I want to leave as much of this edge as possible. So I've just gave myself that's going to be the size of the bell. So I'm just going to take a little bit off of here just to see where we are.
It juices in.
And
Hi,
I
Mick.
make
Hey, Mick.
somewhat of a bell shape.
Do you
So
want
I
to
really want a little
change-
concave here to start the bell shape. Sorry, Joe, what were you going to say there?
Do you want to change to overhead camera?
Oh, we're not in the overhead, sorry.
No, you
Shout more, shout more.
you changed it, didn't you, to show
I
the
did,
split?
to let you see the end. I just need to take a tiny little bit more off this edge. And that should have got rid of that split. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that was it there. So a tiny little bit's just falling out of that, so we'll do that again. Nice little finesse cut there, just to start off and try and get a nice little bell shape. There'll be a lot of stock on the start this evening. That's fine, that's a nice edge now. All the way around, so we can leave that at that. And applying the principles of cutting downhill, we better start cutting downhill.
Alan Gibb has joined us.
Oh, yeah, Alan.
Good evening, Alan. It looks a bit like a tulip now.
It's a kind of,
It does, doesn't it?
it does. Well, that's kind of what it will end up like. I've just changed to a slightly heavier spindle gauge. This is a 3/8 spindle gauge. I want a really nice finish on here. Right there somewhere. And what I want to do is I want to mark that now because I intend to pierce a rim around the bottom here. So if I leave about 6mm there, another 6mm about there, maybe a little bit more, that'll be where I'm going to pierce the rim. So we'll have a little decorative piercing around there. I'm going to have to go in a little bit further there to try and get rid of that that crack. So we'll continue on with that a little bit more. Just keep this bell shape coming in here. See where that is taking me.
Still a little bit there. I could hear it off of the tool.
It's going further
There is
in,
just a
isn't it?
little bit. Yeah, it is a bit further than I thought it was going to be there. Take a little bit more.
Where did you get this piece of wood from?
Don't blame me. I bet it was that Richard Phelan fella.
I think I might blame you actually, William.
Sorry, Richard.
There we go. That's got rid of it. That's fine.
That's good.
It's going to be a small bell.
Well, it's a little petite lady's bell because it's going to have piercing in the bottom, so it'll look a bit like lace at the bottom, hopefully.
Okay.
So let's just take this away.
Just shows
Could
you,
be
you
like-
never know, do you?
You're a bit like a servant bell, you know, when
Oh, yes. That little. Are you
the
going to put a
ladyship wants
battery?
no.
I think you should.
Right, so that's the shape that's going to be.
Nice.
See how That goes with the split. Still need to take more out of there though. I don't want to take too much off of this until we get hollowed out.
Yeah, just going to say that to you.
Now, Mick Jews has got a question for you, Brian.
Yes, Mick.
Is it nice turning without Terry nagging you, Brian?
Yeah. Just got a nice finish cut on there now. Down to the bottom of that cove. Change hands, come back the other way. A bit of that
Kev.
split has just fallen out, so this may well have to lose a bit of diameter.
Yeah. Kev at 9K is in. Hi, Kev.
Hi, Kev.
I read his name out.
Oh, did you? Sorry, Joe.
Right, I tell you,
It's hard to get the help,
can't
isn't
get
it? Hard to
stuff
get the help.
nowadays. Can't get stuff nowadays.
It's just really hard to get the staff nowadays, isn't it?
It is. And Michelle's agreeing with me that you should put a clacker in it.
Well, I'll put a clapper in it later.
Okay.
I can't get a decent cut off that. That's not doing very well at all.
Lucy says it's strange without Terry, though.
Yeah, it's peaceful. Is that what you mean?
It's not. It's not. Yeah, it's a
I
bit
maybe
more
have to
laid
just
back,
leave that
isn't it?
inclusion. If I take that inclusion out of there, we're going to lose too much bell.
EMGI Woodworks. It's Leo, isn't it?
Yep.
Has joined us. Good evening.
Right, we'll just make
Right,
it.
Leo.
We'll go for it. Let's just take this off.
Yeah.
Could have popped a little bit of CA in it, Brian, just to keep it together.
See what that give me.
It might end up being a Christmas decoration, yeah.
Might be. It may well be. Let's go back to about here somewhere. And now it looks out of proportion with the bell, so we'll have to remove the bell end, if you like. We'll take some off of here now, because it doesn't look like it's in proportion. Just take a little bit off of there.
Leo, yes, it is a piece of hue. And I agree, Michelle. It does sound like that.
Stop before you start to cut uphill. And then come at that from the other direction. And just take that away.
You doesn't like uphill cutting.
No, it does not.
Tends to shatter a bit.
It does. Tends to pull out a little bit, you're right, William. I've just lost a bit out there now, look.
Oh, no.
Just a tiny
Got
little bit
another
of the
piece
edge.
of wood, have you?
Might have.
This one's not plain ball, is it?
No.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be grand.
I like your
We'll see.
optimism.
I've got loads of wood. I can always make this bell a little bit shorter, or what I can do is have a cut a straight edge there, bring it in a little straighter, just like that, and then take it in.
Okay, we've got Tren Creek Wood Turner Cornwall has come in. Good evening.
Welcome along.
Have you got
Tren
a first
Creek.
name?
Cool. I think we've got rid of it now, I think.
Wayne says it's a damaged bell that someone hasn't taken care of.
And we're going to make it a little bit shorter, somewhere about there. So with this bell, it's not like a playground bell. It's more of a bell for her ladyship to call for her afternoon tea.
This for Michelle, so
Fair enough. Ding-a-ling.
That'll do. Still feel a tiny little bit of an inclusion there. So a little shear scrape there, just to finish that off. That should be. Let's have a look and see is that gone now.
Right. Tren Creek Wood Turner is actually
Gone.
Chris,
Good as need.
the Cornish maid's partner.
All right, okay.
All right, Chris. Yes. Thank you.
So that's where the piercing is going to be if we pierce it at all. Next thing we need to do is get it hollowed out.
Michelle said, William, that's why there's no clapper. That sounds right. That's why he's not putting it in it. He's a sod.
No, there's no
Is
clapper on it because
Ruby Claire's
Michelle
in.
just
I thought Ruby was in.
Michelle
Ruby.
just be ringing it.
She didn't come up on the list earlier on. It must have jumped.
So I want to get my spindle gauge right in the middle because we're going to drill it with the spindle gauge. Let's go to that camera. We'll try and drill this with spindle gauge. We'll remove this knob first. We'll just check the tension in the old chuck, make sure everything's okay there.
Yep. Robert Broadwood's joined us. Good evening, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert. Welcome along, mate.
And I'm just going to take the elbow stabber out of this tailstock just whilst I hollow this.
Mick Jew says it's going to be a dainty little bell at this rate.
It is going to be a dainty little bell.
It's
It
going
was
to be a
always
Christmas tree
designed to be
decoration at this rate.
a tiny little bell. Let's just get rid of this nub. I'll just put a little dimple in there, somewhere for my gouge to start with. Make sure this is lined up with the middle. It's not quite. It has to come up a fraction. Turn that speed down just a fraction. I think that should be good. Nope, it's not quite.
Pip higher.
Just still a little bit higher, William.
Go a tiny bit more, yeah. Go a little higher again.
Good, yep. Still just vibrating just a tiny little bit there. We don't really want that. Now that's too high. Could have rolled it quicker. There we go. It's a bit better. This is a straightforward plunge cut. And we're using the left wing, if you like. So it's the left wing is at about 11 o'clock.
Doug Miller at Woodspoon Round and Raymond Wise are in. Good
Hi,
evening,
Doug.
gentlemen.
Hey, Raymond.
Let's just check, see how far in we are. A little bit. That should be enough. And then we'll just drop the tool rest just a fraction. And we'll start to haul that out. And we'll just take nice small cuts.
How thick will the wall be?
I want the wall at this end to be about 2 mil.
Oh, right, okay.
The wood don't like that.
So what we're doing is we get an anchor point and just on the tool rest here. And just all I'm doing is pushing the handle away. And as I come to the end, just roll the tool closed. So the face becomes closed and you don't catch the bottom wing. So the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that I've done about ½ an inch there. And I'm just going to finish that ½ inch, just to get as nice a cut on there as I can. So a quick look at that. That's absolutely fine.
It's nice and thin.
It certainly is.
Well, if I want to pierce it, it has to be quite thin to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make it that thin up to past the mark that I made over here. And then I can start to make it a little bit thicker as we go up into the bell. Right, so that's me far enough up now. And what I want to do is I'm looking over here now to see can I see any little ridges or anything. And I'm just going to do a little shear scrape there. Just to try and get rid of anything that's in there. And I'm going to finish that.
Yes, Doug, it's a bell.
And because this is you, I'm going to use my power hood when I'm standing. So also helps to keep you cool. I hope you can still hear me all right.
Very faint.
Yep.
Very faint.
Yeah, you won't be standing too long.
No, you're right.
It's
So
all right.
I'm going
We'll
to
leave
start
it to
with.
William.
We'll just go to.
Manage
We'll
without.
just go to about 240 right here. And just give this inside edge a little sand. Won't be long.
Yeah, the dust from you can be quite nasty.
Yeah.
And some people, it doesn't bother them.
Funny
Yep.
that, isn't it?
It bothers me something shocking.
All right. Well, that's no good then, is it?
No, that's why I don't turn it too often.
Got you.
That's why I've got it.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking then.
So I'm just going around that edge over, just to take any of the sharpness off it. You all know that I don't like sharp edges on wood. And that's just 240 grit, and that's actually made that worse than it was.
It dulled it down.
I'll go with about 400 grit now. Because once I've finished this, I don't want to be coming back and touching it again. Whoops. Nearly tried to get down the extractor then.
You need to put some wire gauze in front of it.
That would be a cunning plan.
Mm.
But what I'll do now is I'll just give it a little rub with the grain. There's a little tool mark there. Like the 240 grit again. There's a little tool mark just right on the edge of the rim there, which we'll just get rid of.
Question for you there, William. From Des.
Oh, question, William. What does the U do to you? Gives me respiratory problems.
Yeah, well, it is toxic, so.
That is toxic, yeah. On the list
Yeah,
of toxic woods, it's up there at the highest, you know, with
Yep.
laburnum and
Oh,
a
is
couple
it
of others.
actually at the top? Right.
It will
It's
kill
up,
you, yeah.
It's up on the top, yeah.
It can kill you. There's no doubt about that.
And it's one of those woods it mightn't affect you for a couple of times, and you can build up an intolerance to it, you know.
I think that's what happened to Terry.
Yeah.
Terry has that issue. Right, so that's enough of that. That'll be sanded enough now. Just pop that hood off again for a minute.
Paul Kavanagh has joined us. Good evening, Paul.
Hiya, Paul. How you doing?
How you doing,
What's
Paul?
that? Oh,
So I want to get a
chipped in
tool
the
rest as
rim.
close as I can to that piece. And back to the hollowing again.
You haven't got a chip in the rim by any chance, have you, Brian?
Nope. That thing you seen is a little dark piece where the inclusion was. So now I don't need to be just quite so fussy about how thick it is. I can actually start to get a little bit thicker as we go on up into the bell.
And Wayne says, it'll certainly kill you if you get over the back of the head with a big lump of it.
For sure.
I feel.
Right, need my stronger spindle gauge, so that bit needs sharpened. So we'll just quickly pop over the pro edge and give it a sharpen. Here it is. Change cameras.
Paul Gavin says that's a funny looking bowl. It is, Paul. You're dead right.
You know, yeah. You read the bowl. Oh, that moved. Why did that do that?
Don't know.
Didn't tighten it enough, obviously. So this is a 1/2 inch spindle gauge. So it'll be a bit more stable a couple of inches down in.
Okay.
Let's see how this works. It's brand new. I've never used this before, so we'll see how it goes.
Camera,
Drop
Brian.
the tool rest a little bit.
Camera, buddy.
Camera back to there. Thanks, William. So it's making a whole lot less vibration.
You're getting a little bit closer to the chuck.
And we're getting closer to the chuck, and it's a thicker tool. And that's me down to as far as I drilled. That's noisy. That's better.
The shavings do look a bit orange.
Yeah.
Sorry?
The shavings do look a bit orange.
They do.
Orangey.
Wanna have a
run
look at
down
that?
finger. I was just going to say it here. Run the finger gouge down it. Finger gauge. Not gouge.
Got a little lump just about there somewhere, where I'm afraid of coming through the side,
Yeah.
as you do. But other than that, it's not too bad. I'll just finish off this edge here. Back
Lewis
to the
is
big
in.
one again for a deeper in.
Good evening, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis.
And Paul's saying, I used to worry I'd disturb my neighbours when my tools made noises like that. I still worry, but I'm pretty sure they won't hear it over my dust collector, CNC machine, extractor fans and loud music.
And the
That's a hell
loud
of a
music
racket.
might be a bit of a... There we go, that's better. So I've made it slightly thicker up here. It's down to 2 mil just down here. This is where I'm going to pierce. I need to take just a little bit further back. It's not good now. But I can take a tiny little cut this way.
Poor Lewis is still working. He's just in to say hello.
Oh,
He's
goodness sake.
always working.
Never quits, boys. Never quits.
Good man,
Doesn't,
Lewis.
does he?
Right. And I'm just
The
going to do
professor
the
is in.
bottom with a scraper. Hi,
Professor
hi,
is in. Hey,
Professor.
Professor.
We've got this little round nose scraper just to do the bottom, just to get the bottom sort of curled out. See how that goes.
I can see through the side of it. I can see daylight through.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayne's is the same. He can see through the side of it. It's getting...
Yeah.
Brian, that's the side of that is getting transparent.
Nah, it's not transparent yet, guys.
Hold the light on the outside, on the other side, on the outside. No, the other side. Go all the way around, all the way around. No, put the light on the other side.
You can see the split there, guys. That's fine. That'll be grand.
Malcolm Douglas is in. Good evening,
Hi,
Malcolm.
Malcolm. Welcome along, buddy.
That's the bottom of that. Just about done. I need a little bit more on the bottom, just. Smaller scraper to get into that bottom corner.
Ooh.
Let's have a look at that. Should be good now, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Well, we're back to sanding. And I'm just going to use this, my patented sanding tool, to get right down into the bottom.
Good
Pad on a
evening,
stick.
Roy.
Hey Roy, how you doing, buddy?
On the speed down a bit. That'll just help me to blend the edge, blend the sides with the bottom.
Just be careful there, don't blend the inside with the outside.
Yeah, well, that could happen.
Yeah.
Lewis is off. Take care, Lewis.
Yeah,
It's
bye
thin,
for now,
it's
Lewis.
thin, it's just about here where it's thin. Just where I want to pierce it. The further on up, it's thick enough, so we've got enough room. Let's give that a little blow out there. Yep, that'll do for me on the inside. So there's no tool marks in there now, it's just sandpaper marks. So all we have to do is sand that up now. So we'll go to 120. That was about 80 grit just to clear out the bottom. And again, what are you laughing at me?
Can't tell you. Just keep turning. That Lewis fella.
Brian's likely to look up and read it.
Oh, well. Thanks, Lewis.
We'll post you over a bit, Lewis. Might only be a pen blank, but we'll get you some.
So no pressure at all on the paper, just letting it do its work. I hope I don't go through the side down the bottom here.
On the screen, we can see daylight through the side of it.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of sanding and along the grain rather than against the grain. That might help it a little bit.
Lewis says, I still maintain that Brian is the best new turner I know. There you are now.
Good man, Lewis. Thank you.
Watch his head getting bigger now, look.
Can't get much bigger. I've got my helmet on. It gets bigger now, I'm in trouble.
Nah, he's right. For the short time you're turning, you have to come on really, really well, you know.
I'm not clever. I've just lost my sanding stick. Oh, there it is.
Zed's in. Zombie Wood Turner.
Hey,
Hey,
Zed.
Zed.
Good evening.
How are we doing for time, boys?
It's just coming up to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, just coming to 8. Yeah, you're all good.
That's 240 grit, and that's as far as I'm sanding at on the inside. I'm just going to give the outside a little bit of sand now. Get rid of those 2 pencil marks for now. I can't feel the sandpaper on my finger yet, so we're okay.
Can't be far off.
So you're getting down close.
You know that you wanted 2 mil. It's gone down to 1.
It's about 1.5 at the minute, I think. And we'll just do a little sanding with the grey.
Yes, Jennifer. I didn't ask the question, but it seems that Doug Miller's actually answered it from Leah.
What was the question?
About adding moderators. Should they be managing or standard?
Standard.
Someone here must know that, they said, and Doug answered.
We're going to have to keep that little bit of an inclusion that's in there. Can't do anything about that. We'll just sand out the rotten bit of wood that's in it. And then we'll seal it up and it should be fine.
The Yorkshire Git has joined us.
Hi, Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
Good evening, Glenn.
How are you doing, buddy?
Welcome back. It was the AAW.
And Benjamin's in.
Hi, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Welcome everybody. Right, let's stick a bit of sanding sealer on that.
68 good people in.
Oh, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that. So I'm trying to use up my rubbish paper towel. Look at the size of the bits of paper towel. Is that not ridiculous?
You in your paper towel?
Toilet roll. I've got a toilet roll in the house that's bigger than that. Let's go back to the overhead there.
It does come up nice as you, doesn't it?
It's one of those woods when it takes any sort of finish, it just pops. Whether it's oil or wax or lacquer or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you put on it. Sure doesn't.
Yeah, it's just beautiful pieces of wood.
Mm-hmm.
The wood dude is in. Good evening, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen.
And the bit that takes me to fair is it's the softwood.
Yeah.
Apparently.
It's classed as a softwood, yeah.
Yep. But it's pretty hard.
It's the hardest in the category, I think.
Mm. We'll just denib that a little bit. Oh, I put too much heat in it.
Oops.
Well, we'll do our usual favourite finishes. A little bit of Yorkshire grit and some Hampshire sheen. Oh, a little bit of Yorkshire grit. I will not go mad about the finish. I think there's enough wood there for Yorkshire grit too.
I wouldn't like to say, to be honest. Hands that feel pity can be soft as your face, with light brown Yorkshire gritty.
The normal course of events, I would take sort of 5 minutes to do this. So we'll just give it a few minutes.
Very good, Michelle. Michelle says our Colorado blue spruce has come back to life.
It has.
Oh, excellent.
Good stuff.
We looked at it about 3 weeks ago. It looked as if it was stone dead.
Yeah.
But now it's got buds in every it's got buds in every
Oh,
branch
brilliant.
and even on the
Perfect.
leader as well. So I
Good
don't know what's
stuff.
going on with that. It's
Because
just
it did
not in
look,
the right
it did
place.
look dead, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it did. Yeah, I was convinced it was dead this time. We did the same thing last year. Now I thought, yeah, it's dead this time, definitely.
It's obviously what it does.
The
Must
plan,
be.
no, it doesn't, because the two I've got up at the yard don't do that.
Do they?
So it's
Oh,
just in
right.
the wrong. It's in the wrong place. So what we'll have to do is dig it up this autumn and transplant it up to the yard. I'm thinking, and see what it do any better up there. Can't do much worse. It's not growing at all hardly.
It misses its buddies.
I'm looking forward to this weekend. We've got Emma the Tiny Turner coming to the Ulster Wood Turning Club
Great.
all day on Saturday. It should be good fun.
Jason's asking, Brian, are you going to thread the handle? And,
No.
And in brackets, he says, just trying to not let you miss Terry too much.
Yeah. Yeah, the answer to that is no, I'm not going to thread the handle.
And Doug Miller has suggested giving the spruce a dose of iron and some acid.
Oh, okay. That could be the case, right enough. There might not be enough acid in my soil for it. Well, the soil at the house.
Yeah, our soil in our gardens, they're rubbish
The
for
other
growing
two,
anything in.
yeah, the other. I can take this off now. I don't know why I've still got that one. Take that off. The other two trees up at the yard are thriving. They're growing away mad.
Right.
So it could well be the acidity of the soil.
Possibility.
It was a good thought. Who said that? Doug.
Doug, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thought, Doug.
Wayne's saying his new Arbortech mini carver arrived today.
Is
Nice
that, is
one.
that the one you won, Glenn? The one in the raffle?
Wayne, yeah.
Yeah, very good. I did look at them.
Bit of a tool expo in the carpentry store on next Wednesday too, Brian.
There is, I've seen that. Might have to have a visit.
Road trip.
I know, it's a bit dangerous
Yeah.
though.
I'm going anyway.
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh, well, that
definitely,
means I'll have to go then.
I've got to say that there's some terrible jokes being put into the chat.
Hold on.
Is there?
Yeah. We've got Zed. Which side of a chicken has more feathers? The outside.
Brilliant.
Jason.
That's 100%
Two antennas
correct.
got married. The wedding wasn't much, but the reception was awesome.
Oh God.
Yeah, Wayne says the tool is a bit of a beast.
Yeah, sounds. It kind of looks like it would be.
Wayne says he'll be using it on Saturday.
Good man.
Hodgepodge Woodworks is in. Good evening, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Harry.
Wee Harry.
Robert and Harry, yeah.
Harry.
Right, give that a minute or two. Just to flash off. I need a drink of tea anyway, so I'll have a quick drink of tea.
Slip.
And I'll be right back with you. With a soft piece of kitchen roll. My expensive kitchen roll. It's even got little hearts on it, like, for goodness sake.
Ah,
Mm.
Turn the speed up. Not that fast. Give that a little buff. We should get a reasonable shine on that.
yeah,
We
Robert, it
ought to
is.
get. What's the difference between a mountain goat and a goldfish? One of them mucks about in fountains. Just gets worse.
That one takes beating, all right, doesn't it?
And Robert says, I'm guessing this bell is a servant bell for Michelle.
Correct.
She'll do
And
she'll do a lot of shaking on it because there's going to be no clacker in it.
oh, clacker. It's an ornamental bell.
Roger Kent is in. Hey, Roger.
Hi, Roger. Thanks for coming
Welcome
along.
along.
Try hitting the stop button, Brian. There we go. That's nice.
Shines up beautiful, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. We'll get a better shine on it when we buff it on the buffing wheel. Right. Now, handle. Let's make a handle. Turn that over there. Switch the extractor off for a moment. It's making a noise in my ear. Bring up the tail stop. Put this live center in. And let's see, does my little cone fit in that? So I've made a simple little cone that fits on the live center.
I was going to say, be gentle now. Don't forget you have a split in that. So
yeah, it's not actually.
yeah, perfect.
So it's not gripping it as such. It's just there to
Yeah.
stabilize it. That's all it's there for. So now we can start to think about what we're going to do on the handle. Let's lose some timber first. Would be a good idea. Get my goggles back on now.
Good man, Roy. 72 watching. He says, and 41, please hit the like.
I'm not liking that chisel at all. I think I'll have to resharpen that thing. That doesn't just feel right at all. There it is. There's another one. Use this one. Can do more speed because it's a spindle. Now we need a little kind of almost delicate handle. Let's just get rid of some wood first. Right, let's finish off this bit. So we'll continue that curve on round a bit. And then we'll put in a tiny little fillet. small little fillet in there. I just turned that over and used the point just to give myself a tiny little bit of an undercut there. You guys on the correct camera, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, keep going.
That should be enough of that. And we'll just bring this all down now. That appears to be perfect in there.
Real simple things is in. How you doing, pal? Welcome along.
Just want to get my tool rest in there a little bit closer to that. So as this little fine tool is not vibrating so much. I'll just bring it. That'll do. Makes for much easier cutting if your tool rests in the right place.
It helps. Closer the better.
Mm-hmm.
Rob at Klingspor Abrasives in. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob. I'm just going to put a tiny little bead in there. Roll that over. And roll that over. And just bring that cove on up to meet the bottom of the bead. There.
That's a nice little spindle gouge.
It's a crown, one of the crown high-speed steel.
Yeah.
It says cryogenic in the bottom end of it, which means it was frozen.
Yeah.
So that's a nice little bead there now. Quite pleased with that little bead. So if I keep messing with it, something will go wrong there, won't it? So.
Question there for you, Brian from Kev. He says, question. How many people decide the hashtag week?
3. Myself, Terry, and Steve.
Don't mind him. It's me, Joe, and Pete.
So I want to make the exit from that bead the same thickness as the entry. So just about there. So that the circumference there and there should be the same. And I think that's pretty good. Just need to remove that tiny little bit that's in there.
Glenn has put in, they cool down the hardening process with liquid nitrogen.
That's how you do it, is it?
Yeah.
I keep looking over here to try and judge the length of the handle, and I'm being fooled by the cone. Can afford to be quite aggressive with these cuts just to try and get rid of some material. we're still engaging the using the proper technique. Anchor bevel cut, cutting downhill. Smooth that in a little bit more. Give it a spin, make sure it's turning without rubbing.
What speed are you running at, Brian?
It's quite slow actually, it's 1200.
Yeah, you can give it a
Could
bit more
crank
if
up
you
a
want.
bit more.
Yeah.
Now, it's good there. Starting to make the handle a little bit thicker now. You're changing gouges to just because this is a heavier gouge and it makes these heavier cuts easier. Decorate that in a minute. Let's get rid of some more of this.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, you're okay, Joe.
What have I missed?
You missed. Ben is making burgers. Homemade burgers.
Again.
Clock says 10 minutes at 180 degrees C. Why does that not surprise me?
Is that not the standard cooking time for anything? Well, we've got down past the cracking right, which is good news.
Yeah. Doug says, Brian, no cut line.
There's there. Right there, look. That's the
There
no
you
cut
go.
line. And that's about as much as I want with that handle. Just get rid of some of these lumpy bits. It's a rough end cut, so it doesn't really matter.
Paul Kavanagh wants to know, can you pause there? He's going to put the kid to bed.
Okay,
Robert's,
just for Paul. We'll be back.
and Robert
when
says
Paul's
you might as
full.
well call it a day and use it as a glass for wine now.
I could do that too, yeah, you could do that. But I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it looks like a goblet.
Does a bit.
Doesn't it?
Does for now. What is a bell only an upturned goblet?
Mm.
I'm going to have to get rid of that because I can't get in there now. Take it right down to the edge of the chuck now. We'll make it look even more like a goblet now.
Oh, that's close.
So we don't want to get any closer to the chuck than that. This now. Use my left hand. I'll just bring this on down now. Could have used a small skew for that, couldn't I?
You could.
Yeah. You said you were going to use spindle gouge.
I did. Right. Let's put a little bit of decoration on here. So I want a little. Got a bead there. So I'm going to have a little cove in here. We'll put a little line just there.
Maybe an odd burn line or two, maybe.
A little line just there. So if that would have been a skew, that would have been a little V cut there. That's just a nice little, might be a burnt line or two in there right enough. We'll see. Make that V cut, if you like, if you want to call it that. That little fillet line, or there we go. Now that's cutting uphill a wee bit. But I'm just taking the tiniest
go
little
slow.
bit off. Nice and slow. That won't do any harm. I just want to take a little. That's kind of, it's an extended cove, if you like. That's what I'm taking out of there now. And then we'll come from up here and go back to it again. And that's as thin as I want to make that handle. That'll do.
You have good steady hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put a little ball in here if we can. Right, that big. We'll just take a little bit of each edge. So we're starting just a few millimeters past the last little bit of a bead we made. And just take another little bit. Do the same there. And then we make a little, I don't know what you call this bit, but there's just a little, I don't know if it's a fillet or I'm not sure what you call this, but there, that just takes that in. Somebody in the chat will tell me what that's called.
Yeah, I don't know what you call it anyway.
And this one has to be slightly bigger. I'm going to make that just a little bit rounder yet. Yeah. Nearly too much there. So what happens, you end up with a tiny little ball then.
Nothing wrong with tiny balls.
Oh,
Yeah, it's better.
William.
it's
And then
before
we'll
9
take
o'clock.
another one of these extended copes in here. So from about there somewhere, we'll just work our way back a little bit. I want this one just to be slightly bigger than this one. Almost imperceptible to the eye, but it's just getting a little bit thicker as we go up the handle to the end. There we go. Let's turn this bit left-handed now.
Showing off now.
This could be interesting.
That was definitely my eye. I was going to say the same thing, William. So showing off.
I'm
Well, it's
right-handed.
always good practice for everybody. I mean, people
yeah,
and particularly people who are left-handed, they have trouble turning right-handed. So, unless they work on the other side of the lathe, of course.
no,
It's
my
good
left hand
practice.
is only a prop
Practice both.
or to scratch an itch.
Well, I'm left-handed. So. And I always struggle right-handed.
I've forgotten how much I like doing this kind of turning. I've been doing not much decorative stuff, not many bowls recently. I've forgotten about spindle turning.
It's nice to do a bit of delicate stuff. Yeah, he has been. Yeah, hi, Dr. Bob.
Okay.
Hi, Bob.
You know, he's been in a while. Sorry,
Okay,
we must have missed him.
Well, I wasn't able to look at the screen to see who was coming in while I was away. So, oh, Jennifer says she's left-handed too. All great people are left-handed.
There you go. My boy is left-handed as well.
There you go then.
I'm not sure there's any scientific evidence to prove that, Joe. Switch the lathe off when you're moving your tool rest. Don't be
It's
lazy,
supposed to be
Brian.
very creative people, left-handers.
Apparently so,
Hey.
So I heard. So I heard.
Hodgepodge says Harry is busy laughing about this ball talk. Yeah, he's a mucky little git too.
He is.
I wasn't meaning anything untoward when I said that.
No doubt you didn't.
We know, Joe. Now, what do I need here? I need a little fillet in here again. I need to make this a little bit smaller. Should have done that left-handed again, shouldn't I?
Robert Broadwood. Joanne Senior. That's one. That's one person who's great at art.
Did he just give you the whole Joanne Senior bit there?
No, Robert. I just said all great people created left-handers, and he said, "Name one, Joe." Joanne
right.
Senior.
Joanne
That's
Senior.
my
Okay.
response.
That's your response. Okay.
And I'm sticking to it.
So right, I am. Doug Miller says he's ambidextrous.
Yeah,
They forced
yeah.
me to be right-handed in 3rd grade. Still do a lot lefty. Mm.
I now want a large ball on the end of this now. So we'll take that down a bit.
Ben.
What's Ben saying
Oh.
now?
He says there's nothing wrong with left-handed people. Nothing right either, though.
Ruby Claire's ambidextrous. She's the same as Doug. And Wayne says, I'm ambiswearous. I can swear out of both sides of my mouth.
I'm be serious.
I couldn't get that word out.
Right, Dr. Bob's
Paul Kavanagh says, I
turn
give
both
my left arm to be
left.
ambidextrous. Sorry, Joy, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's okay.
That
And
almost
Richard
felt like I
Phelan
hit a
says
nail then.
Leonardo da Vinci was a lefty. There you go, you see.
Nothing there.
All the intricate things that I do, I'm left-handed. But I do an awful lot of stuff right-handedly.
Did we find out what this is called here?
Nobody offered any...
Where's that Wayne fella? He's better know.
Yeah. Come on, Wayne. What's that little thing called? William?
Joy, you're on fire.
Well, that's what Brian said.
This little thing here.
Yeah,
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
it's a bit of wood.
There has
It's
to be a technical. There has to be a technical term for it, though, guys.
Kevin
Seriously.
9K says it's called a doohickey.
A
doohickey.
doohickey.
And Rob Klingspor says the bit in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah,
for goodness
it's
sake,
the
where's
handle.
Terry? Where's Terry when you need him? No,
Mick Dew says a cut. Robert Broadwood said knob. And Wayne says that's called a thingy-majig.
I was thinking that's what it was.
a dooferizer.
All right. It's a V-groove, not a fillet, according to Ruby.
Oh, this is a V
There we
groove
go,
here.
you see?
Yeah.
Women rule, yeah.
So this is a fillet down here, and that's a V groove. And it is a V groove. You're absolutely right.
Thank you, Ruby.
It's just an open V cut. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Of course it is.
JP
Shut up.
Woodwork's in. Good
Hey,
evening.
JP. Hey.
Sanding.
Spider Spid's joined us as well.
Hey, Spider Spit.
It's a golf tee to me. Oh my goodness. Kev says it's a humdinger. It just goes on, doesn't it, really?
Oh, you know what I was trying to do? I tried to put my face shield on with goggles and glasses. No, that didn't work. No.
Benjamin says, I just Googled it and found an image with 20 named parts.
Oh, crumbs. Roy's asking, Brian, what size gouge is that you've been using?
This little one here.
Yeah, it's tiny, isn't it?
Quarter inch.
6 mil, yeah, quarter inch.
6 mil, yeah. As opposed to this one, which is 3/8. So you put the two of them together.
Big difference.
Huge difference. Yeah. It's a great little gauge.
It's a Crown Cryo. You have to keep it in the fridge.
You have to keep it in the fridge, yeah. Apparently so, yeah. Right, little bits of sandpaper. Won't need much here. Start with, we'll try 240 and see what happens. Bring up the old extractor. Switch it on this time. Check and make sure it's on. It is. Turn the speed down a little bit. What about you guys? That ball in the end might look a little on the big side.
No, I think it looks good. No, it looks good.
Jason's saying, what a nice goblet. I mean,
Shut up,
Bell.
Shut up, Jason.
Be quiet. As Terry said, be quiet.
Doug Miller's actually said agreed, just a touch big. All those little bits. Trying to get
Yeah.
sanded round.
Do you need bun lines in there, Will?
I think so.
Uh-huh.
Just
Uh-huh. Says William. Do you think so? I may have to sharpen better for Micah. Try and get it in there. So we'll just give it a bit of a rub of some sandpaper. Just to put a little edge on it.
Woodworm Paul is in.
Hey, Paul.
Fingers. More speed.
Perfect.
Going to speed down a wee bit again for sanding. There's that piece of 240 grit before I stick a bit of 180 grit on it. So I'm making this ball a bit smaller then, are we?
Well, Kev did say if he leaves it big, Michelle won't be able to say it slipped out of her hand when she throws it at him.
Oh.
Right, we'll make it a bit smaller.
If you go too small, though, it's going to be smaller than the actual end of the handle. So
Just a little, Doug's saying.
Yeah, I know.
you could ask 10 wood turners the same question, and they'll all give you a different answer.
Yeah, they will.
I had a nice ball shape a minute ago. Now I haven't.
Oh no, that's all right. That. Nothing wrong with that. Dances with aardvarks. He's in.
Try that. Just give that a quick rub with a bit of sandpaper.
Good evening.
That's Mike.
Mike, yeah.
Mike. Ah, oh, it's not sticking, isn't that one?
Do what Michelle does. She's got something important to remember. She writes it on the back of her hand.
Well, that's all right as long as you don't wash your hand.
$400 grit.
Ben says, doesn't matter what question you ask 10 turners, You'll get 12 different answers and 7 recommendations for a pro edge. Nice
Two
one.
for a Simon Hope Holland system, yeah.
Mick Jews. Should we send Terry a message just to be on the safe side before we make any more adjustments?
No, I think I'll cope.
Now we'll manage.
There's no more adjustments getting made. This is it. We're done. I can never get this bit sanded right.
You'll have a 12-inch ball sanded quicker.
Yeah, you would have. I've just stuck it on my drill and done it.
It takes a little bit of finesse. That's a nice handle.
That's all it's getting.
It's a bit posh.
It's supposed to be posh.
Okay,
It's going to get a whole lot posher.
I know.
Our Brian doesn't do anything by halves.
No, I know.
Try not to.
So how long more has everybody got, Brian, to get their bell done and get it over to Steve?
16th. I think it's the 16th.
Heck,
But the
not
16th of
tomorrow.
Friday.
Yeah, the following Friday.
Yeah, not this Friday, but the following Friday. So although it's called hashtag week, it's actually a hashtag fortnight.
Hashtag fortnight. Yeah.
I'm not happy with that now.
Kev says, tell him not to rush. It's only quarter to. Take your time, Brian. Take your time. Slow down.
I'm not happy with that.
Leo's having to go and walk the dogs. He says, good job, Brian.
Bye, Leo.
And
Take care,
knows
Leo.
Andy's in.
I need
Hi,
a better
Andy.
cut one there.
This is nothing wrong with the shape of that ball. Rugby is a great sport. Aye all. Really funny.
Hmm. There we go.
Lucy put in, hi, Andy, intermediate.
Yeah, I know.
On that, and make that little undercut for that fillet again. Perfect. Well, it's maybe not perfect, but it'll do.
Jason's saying if you leave the foot on, it can serve a dual purpose. Drink from it and call for another drink.
There's no fruit going to be on it. Right.
It's going to be defooted now.
It's just about to be defooted. That's right. It's much better.
Excellent.
Yeah, that close, isn't it?
Michael McEwen. Definitely a fine looking goblet. Have we said hello to Michael while I was away, William?
I can't remember.
Michael?
Okay.
Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Michael McEwen.
Yeah.
That's a fine looking goblet.
Good evening, Michael, just in case.
I can take your power hood off again now, can't I?
I believe you met Glyn in the at the symposium.
Who's this? Michael? Michael McEwen?
I think so.
Yeah.
God. God help him. That's all I can say.
God help who though.
Michael.
Michael.
As
know,
that
I don't-
filthy can be soft as your face with light brown Yorkshire gritty.
See, the thing is, I happen to know Glenn, but I don't know Michael, so God help Michael. That's all I can say. It's a bit top heavy, says Dr. Bob.
It doesn't realise it's a thingy-majig in it.
That's here.
Mm.
You'll see in a minute, Dr. Bob. It may actually be a little bit top heavy, but sure, it's fine.
The proportions are good, I think.
It's my interpretation of a handbell.
Yeah.
So
Doug
at the
Miller
end of
says
the
I
day,
did.
It's me that's done on it.
Yeah.
So if I think it's right, it'll be right.
Oh, Doug
Doug
met
Miller says I
Glenn as
did. It
well,
was a
yeah.
pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
Doug met up with Glenn, yeah. Seen that. Doug met up with a whole lot of people.
He did, yeah.
Thank you.
Doug was busy.
He was busy networking,
Oh,
which is something I'm really, really bad at.
Ruby saying very nice effort, Brian.
Thank you, Ruby. I think I'll make a finial or two in the next couple of weeks, just to practice.
Roy says, Joe, you were able to sing it with no howling from Terry Lol.
Ain't that the truth?
Joe sings so much better than Sugar and
Yeah,
Precious.
he's just,
Well, I'm not so
Wayne
sure.
says the proportions are a lot better than mine.
I
Yours are
thought your
good, Wayne.
your bell was pretty good, Wayne. I
They
have
were-
to say, I like the colour of it and everything.
Yeah.
Nice shape. Just reminded me of an old school bell.
Wesley Hannah's in. Looks like I'm just in time for the grand finale. Oh no,
Hey,
not
Wesley.
yet. Not yet. There's a bit more to come. Oh no, it's Andy Joe. What will you sing when Brian runs out of YG? He's not going to run out of YG.
I've got 4 tubs of it left. Be a day or two before I run out of it. And
Lucy
besides
says,
that, I'm sponsored by Yorkshire Grit, so I'll just have to ask for a new tub.
yeah, there'll be no problem with that. Lucy says, Joe, Wayne could have done with your singing last night. Instead, we had to suffer Andrew and Jamie.
Oh no. Tragedy.
Yeah.
It's a bit chunky that now that I look at it.
Where? Which?
It's just
What?
here.
When?
Just the handle, the whole
No,
handle's a
no,
bit
no,
chunky.
no. Wait, see when it's parted off, it'll look good. Have a little
Maybe I'll
faith.
add a little bit of Hampshire sheen on that. And that'll maybe do us. What time is it? 10 to 9. You know how I like to leave you with something to look forward to.
Question for you, Brian, from
What is the
Robert
question?
Hodgepodge.
Yeah.
He says,
I'll
Brian,
read out,
have
yeah.
you heard about how you can use YG to polish your horse's hooves?
No. But that would be a good trick because I don't polish my horse's hooves at all, ever. Mind you, I've been to a lot of shows and people are still slapping oil and stuff on their horse's hooves, not realising that they're actually hurting the horse's hooves and just making them look nice for the sake of a human.
Yeah.
A barrier of oil on the
winning a
outside of a
rosette.
horse's hoof will actually stop the moisture getting into the hoof, which it needs, so as it can remain flexible.
It'll just become brittle, will it?
It goes brittle. If you think of your fingernails, when they're dry, they crack and split easy. It's the same stuff. It's exactly the same.
Right.
It's made of keratin. But they just have lots more of it. So if their hoofs are dry, the best thing to do is stand them in a bucket of water. Or even better, go and let them stand in a muddy stream. There we go. Here comes the fun bit, trying to get it off.
Andy, you're not getting away that easy. Go and get that bell turned.
Oops. I'll just remove my little cone. Just if nobody's got one of those already. It's just a simple little cone. And I turned it. Oh, bang my elbow on tail stock. Ow. So that was it.
Ouch.
And that's the little centre that just sits inside it. Just really simple. Nothing difficult. Easy to make.
Is that a step centre?
No, that's the. It's actually a 60-degree cone center that comes from Axminster, and it usually
Okay.
has this. It usually has this black end on it. This bit's usually on it.
Okay.
So that bit screws on there.
Got you.
There's a little pin goes through here. Little pin goes through here, and that stops it turning, and you can screw that. Oh, well, that just went right down my. That went right down my extractor.
Oops.
Oops, yeah, that's right.
Sorry, I got it. So that can be screwed on there or screwed off, whichever you prefer. And it has just a pin
Point, yeah.
and a ring center in there. So,
Right. I see.
and it's a cone. So it's sort of multi-purpose tool. But if you can just drill a hole the same size as your threads, and that fits over it nice and tight, it doesn't wobble, and it can spin freely. So it's a great thing for doing for making goblets and the like. Oh, put that in the wrong place.
I just made from a bit of scrap wood.
Just made from what was left over in the chuck, and I thought, oh, I've got use for that. So
Doug says he has his picture sent off to Steve. Good on you, Doug. I've seen the
good
piece
man, Doug.
turned.
Nice one.
It was a nice piece as well.
Was indeed, yep. Let me just get that in there like that. That'll do. Down a bit. About there somewhere. Now, who remembers the last time I tried to do that?
Yeah.
Let me just slow that down a bit. There we go.
Perfection.
Excellent.
And it actually didn't pull a little. I don't like the shape of it now.
Why?
Because I just set it down and I don't like the shape of it. Never mind. It'll be alright.
Everyone else likes it.
It's not finished yet. There's a bit more to get done to it. But it's finished for tonight. So let me get that out of the way. That out of the way. Pop that up there. Drop my camera down a little bit. Somewhere about there. Oh, wrong one. That one. There we go. Let's just move that over. One little bell. So it will get a clapper. I'll put a clapper on it. It just needs the ball to be rounded off and sanded off, which I will do off camera. And the other thing, as I said, I was going to do, because it looks very long and clunky here. Where is my little pencil? There we go. I will be piercing a bit here. So if I go there and then come back up to there, I'm going to pierce that all the way around. So this section here will be pierced.
So that band about a quarter inch.
It's about a quarter inch up from the bottom. Well, that's a bit much, maybe there somewhere. So we'll leave a solid band on the bottom like that, and then we'll pierce this next bit to make it lighter, just to make it something a bit different. So that's what I intend to do with that. It's a handbell. Upside down goblet.
Upside down goblet, yeah.
So there you are. I could have used this one. Here we go. So there's a handbell.
That's different.
One I made earlier.
That's my interpretation of hashtag handbell.
Looks great.
Let's bring the guys
Nice
back
job,
in.
Brian. Great job. Excellent,
some
Brian. Got some nice
Some
comments.
nice comments. Yep.
Bring
Yeah.
the guys back in. There we go. And I'll put myself back on camera. There we are. Oh, the yellow cupboard's open. Close that. That's not supposed to be open. So that's another little live session finished, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. A little bit of spindle turning just for a change.
Yeah, it's nice to see something different, isn't it, than a bowl?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
looks like an ostrich wearing a skirt. Oh, very good. Yeah, okay. Let me just have, let me just have a look at that again. Let me see. An ostrich wearing a skirt.
Ben, I wonder where your mind is.
I constantly
Don't we
worry
all?
about Ben. Constantly worry about
Oh,
him. Anyway, that was good fun. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much for coming in and watching, guys. Just bang on 9 o'clock. That's fine.
And
Perfect.
Todd says, and a nice calm earworming session too. You
I
see?
know, eh?
thank you, Todd. Oh, Terry, you miss Terry. Terry makes a presence, doesn't he?
He does. He's
Yeah.
yeah. He's almost unmissable.
He's a gas man.
Have no worries, guys. We'll be back next week with a whole new project.
But yeah, we've had myself and Brian and Terry. We've had a few hangouts, and man, I tell you, I said it before. It was the most fun I had with my clothes on in a
Yeah,
long time.
it's
He's such a
hilarious.
scream. He's a
Yeah,
scream.
yeah, he is indeed. Terry and I have real good fun together. It's good crack. Good crack, as they say in Ireland.
Good crack, yeah.
Right, guys, we're done. Unless anybody's got any further questions, I'm going to press the button. What is the private chat message? Oh, it was Joe. Just on the phone. I've only just read that now, Joe.
I'm only after seeing
Yeah, I
it now.
know.
We're very
Well,
observant,
never
Joe,
even
aren't we?
looked at it either because I was expecting a reply.
I'm looking at the chat on my phone.
For crying out loud.
Oh dear. Right, guys, off you go.
Oh,
I'll talk to you all later. Thanks very much for watching. Who's on? What day is this? It's Thursday.
Thursday,
Friday. We've got Steve on tomorrow night, and then we'll have Wayne back on Saturday again, guys.
Saturday, yeah.
Sunday back to Steve again. Monday will be. Oh, I'll be on Monday. Oh my God, I'm on again on Monday.
No Sunday night for Terry. He's
No, oh yeah, he should be home. He's coming
is he
home.
home? Is he?
He should be.
Monday
Terry
to
should be in on
Friday it was.
Sunday night. Yep. He should be home. So he's only went for 5 days up to the lakes. He must be kind of dirty. He went for a wash.
Hope Root chucked them in.
Yeah, chucked him in and left him there. Right, we're off. I'm going to press the button.
Go.
Bye,
Bye,
folks.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.